Renegade transformed the Olympic bar into a lever arm, opening the possibilities to new applications. See, now, yes, you can perform basic human movement, but in a totally unrestricted way. You can do pushing movement, pulling movement, rotational movement. You can do like level changes movement. Level changes we define as squatting, lunges, each variation. But the main benefit is that before we needed to adapt to the bar. We needed to adapt our body by, for instance, if I'm going to do a traditional deadlift, I have to roll my shoulder forward, pull my hands, and basically I'm adapting to the bar, as opposed to the bar adapting to me. I'm 48 years old, and by the time I was in my early 30s, I couldn't do traditional power cleans, deadlift, squats. My joints were screaming. So I was just becoming, another guy, just like most out there, that decided to, you know what, I'm just getting old and I just can't do it anymore. But as opposed to do that, I said, I refuse to stop loading using external weights just because these movements, like the squat, the deadlift, the power clean, it just hurts. So I started exploring, alternative where I could still load, but my joints were not compromised. Another advantage of using the Renegade system is that it breaks the pattern of how we train the gym. If you go to any commercial gym, you'll see people pretty much training in what we call the north-south plane. Why? Because all machines are designed for the most part to work the body north-south, and to compound the problem, they do it pretty much in a seated stance. With the Renegade system, you're going to be working out, utilizing multiple directions, multiple planes of motion. Not only are you going to be able to work north-south, but that's not going to be the main event. You're going to be working also laterally, and you're also going to be working, utilizing rotational movement. We're trying to balance all three planes of motion. I mean, we live in a three-dimensional world. We should train the gym, obeying natural laws like three-dimensional planes of motion. Individuals, either from fitness enthusiasts to athletes, once they get proficient, and embrace the Renegade system, they're going to have a lot of aha moments, because they're going to learn actually how their body, the potential of how their body can move, and they feel that there is a perfect move for every movement pattern that we do, and they're going to feel that they're going to achieve this aha moment when they stick it, because everything feels perfect. It feels effortless. That's one of the major benefits, using our Renegade system. It's extremely versatile. The movement patterns, again, are designed so users can learn the practical application of human biomechanics without really going to school. Just the same way we appreciate watching on TV, let's say gymnasts or dancers, or watching extreme sports. They make look the sports easy, effortless. That's how we feel functional training using our Renegade system should be, including or even under load. We love to load. I mean, we are in total agreement that to really achieve functional strength, you have to load. And the Renegade system, with all its accessories, does just that. Another misconception of functional training is that you cannot develop hypertrophy. And based on the way functional training has been heading, yeah, I mean that could be true, but doesn't need to be that way. See, when you spend too much time doing functional training movement in an unstable environment, like for instance having your feet on a very unstable object, there's no way you can load. If you do, you run the risk of falling. If you take those unstable devices out and plant your feet on the ground and execute unrestricted PurMotion movement patterns using the Renegade system and other systems that we have available, now you can develop what we call functional hypertrophy. We already have developed athletes that they have achieved functional power, functional strength, but they also have developed what we call the look of functional hypertrophy. So it's pretty much like being a bodybuilder, but this is a bodybuilder that can move, that can flow, that can be athletic, that can make things effortless. See, the Renegade system, the way it fit into the whole PurMotion training philosophy is that enhances, regardless if you do upper body dominant, lower body dominant, or total body explosive movement, it really enhances that diagonal vector line that is pretty much non-existent in the weight room or at the gym. We have all the tools, because the Renegade system is just a tool within the PurMotion toolbox. We have all the tools that enhance it, let's say the vertical force line or horizontal force lines. But if you really want to develop functional strength under heavy loads, if that's the case, safe, in a totally unrestricted environment where the benefit go to the musculoskeletal system and the joints are totally unrestricted, we like to call it happy, then the Renegade system is something, it's a must-have. It's a must-have.